Welcome to our show. It's Vincent and Andrew, founder of Solution on Wheels and founder and editor-in-chief of Harbour Times.
That's me.
Yeah. Cannot believe that the journalist and the legislative council member is exchanging the F word today.
Oh, yeah. Which F word is that?
F-U-N.
Yeah, F-U-N. Yes, absolutely.
Fun.
Fun day.
There's a LegCo Fun Day?
LegCo, the 5th LegCo Fun Day for media and for LegCo members and reporters.
Yeah.
And yeah, you better believe I signed up for that one.
You signed up for the LegCo Fun Day?
Absolutely.
What's the fun?
I have no idea. Actually, I do have a little bit cute. Okay, so here's the deal.
So it's WTF, right? What's the fun?
What's the fun?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the fun? So the fun, okay, so we got this invitation, and I looked at this, and basically it's like saying, okay, we're going to have LegCo members, and we're inviting all the LegCo people that cover, or all the journalists that cover LegCo. You know, all we do is politics, policy, and diplomacy, so of course I was like...
You have to sign up?
Yeah, of course you got to sign up. Well, they want to know how many people are coming.
All right.
And, you know, for those of us that have LegCo passes, I guess that's a good thing. And so, yeah, so it's going to be in the LegCo building, and they're going to have, like, a party.
What time?
And... Huh?
What time?
We kick off a little bit after 6:30. I think 6:45, 7. But you know, it's a party, right? Who shows up at time at a party? But there, if I remember correctly, I got the invitation a couple of months ago.
There's an agenda party.
It's an evening party. They're gonna be, you know, and it reminds me of an old joke that I'll share with you. So, you know the old joke. The guy moves out to the backwoods for a little bit of peace and quiet. It'll be a quick one. And he moves out in the backwoods for a little bit of peace and quiet, and he goes and visits his neighbor. And his neighbor out there in a cabin in the middle of the woods, right? No other neighbors for miles. And the guy says, "Oh, well, welcome to the neighborhood." He says, "Oh, that's great." He says, "Yeah, I'm having a party on Friday night. Why don't you come?" He says, "Okay, fine, I'll come. But I got to warn you, there might be some drinking." And the guy says, "Well, you know, I'm from the city, but I think I can handle a little bit of drinking. No problem."
All right.
"Well, I got to warn you, there might be some fighting." And the guy says, "Well, you know, I'm a pretty tough guy. I got into a couple of fights when I was a kid. I guess I can handle myself. No problem." And he says, "Well, I got to warn you, there might be some sex." And the guy says, "Well, I don't know. I'm from the city. I'm a pretty freewheeling guy. But this sounds like a pretty crazy party. Who's going to be there?" And he says, "Well, just you and me." That's an old one. Okay, so I don't know if that's what it's going to be like tomorrow night at LegCo. Maybe I can do a quick mini report on it on Monday morning. But I'm really excited to see it. I'm glad to see that LegCo's put together this little night for LegCo members and journalists to get to know each other a little better. I don't know, but I think there's going to be some karaoke. I don't know if it's all going to be in Cantonese.
Karaoke?
Oh yeah, of course. You know.
You want to practice?
Huh?
You want to practice?
Oh, dude, I'm thinking it's all going to be Cantonese. I'm hoping I can get out unless I can.
Do you know the most famous song? Not 西里山下.
No, that's my only song.
No, it's 踩鼓掌.
Huh?
踩鼓掌. Yeah.
Is that like Taiku Shing?
No, not Taiku
Shing. Taiku Gamjong?
Let's clap together.
Okay, I only know taxi Cantonese, right? Taiku Gamjong. Taiku Shing, my guy.
Okay.
Taiku Fong.
All right. With that, I have to thank for the great Cantonese and the great work by Mr. Andrew Work. And because it's going to a party tomorrow night, we will have a pass on Friday, and we'll see you next Monday.
See you next Monday. Hopefully I won't be too hungover.
All right.
We'll see you later.
Have a nice weekend.